get into it. Let's get into it. Here we have the Seattle. Was she a city?
She's a city councilor.
City
of
councilor.
one of her districts. Yeah.
Let's just hear what she has to say about this new program.
About how delayed we are and how frustrated I am that we're not meeting our benchmarks for developing this program. But today, I'm really, really happy to report that the city is hiring for the 6 positions for its first pilot alternate response.
Say that one more time.
Alternate response team.
Yeah, so right away we can see she's talking about an alternate response team, and I mean, why would they start a pilot project involving the police? I mean, this just doesn't make sense to me. It sounds like a recipe for disaster.
In fact, we have some video I shot earlier on last year of this same sort of situation where they had, like I said, mall cops or
What are the security guards?
Security guards or whatever.
Hired goons.
Right, who have no guns and have no powers. And I'll show you a video of how, if you haven't seen already, I will be placing that video within this video to show you how it worked out in New York.
Going to be a way for 911 operators to dispatch calls to somebody other than police, somebody other than fire.
So we're going to have 911 callers dispatching the police or whatnot, depending on how they receive the calls. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I know these 911 callers are pretty proficient in what they do, but I don't know if the police are actually, how it's going to work, where the police are going to decide to show up or not. Or is there going to be some kind of conflict between the police sitting back and saying, oh, we have social workers? Let them go and take care of it. We'll see how that works out for them.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It could be this pass the buck system where, you know what, someone calls and it could be a very distressful call and they say, you know what, that's what they want. They want the social workers to come and handle it. Yeah. And that's what we'll do. We'll leave it to them.
Why am I getting involved?
Yep.
Then the next minute, some black guy dies or some woman because I had to pull a gun. And then now my job is at risk. My career, I got time in jail. No. If I'm a police officer, no, I'm going to let them handle it.
What difference at this point does it make?
Since this woman here seems to have the answers, although we've already seen how it worked in other places, this doesn't work.
Yeah, it sounds like we've done the experiment already.
A crisis responder who is unarmed.
Say that one more time.
Unarmed.
So, Professor, would you say it's time for everyone to panic? Yes, I would, Ken.
You hear what you said?
Unarmed?
Unarmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how that's going to work out. I will be doing updates on this situation because it's going to be pretty easy because this is going to go south and there'll be lots and lots of video to back me up on this.
Yeah, I mean, let's play out a scenario here, Eddie. Imagine you're a social worker, as they call it, and are you going into someone's house when they're wielding a hammer and coming at you? Is that something that you're interested in? Are you going to be able to talk them out of it with your social worker techniques?
Well, here's the thing, you know what? Maybe there's going to be a couple of bright sparks who go in there and think they can do it. Once a couple of their friends die or get injured or whatnot,
yeah.
we'll see a really big turnover of these people. I think there's going to be a large turnover. I mean,
just like the police, I think they're not going to want to do the job either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how much these guys are getting paid, but I bet you it's pretty good, maybe 60, 70 grand a year.
It's hard to say.
I'm guessing, right? So
yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
The police department will be aware of the dispatch. They may attend. They may stage nearby.
Silence, you fool!
That's nice. The police will be made aware.
Yeah.
What do you mean they'll be made aware of the situation?
So it's like we were mentioning earlier. So the police, I guess, are just going to be in the background waiting, and then so these social workers, they're going to go in. They're almost like the mobile infantry. They're going to send in the social workers, and then when they get hacked up by a machete, then okay, all right, I guess it's our turn to go in.
Why doesn't Grandma go home and make cookies? Why does she put herself through this stress?
Or they just may have situational awareness. Each call is going to be different, but it's really exciting that we're finally up and running with hiring the folks who will be doing this really important work.
They may stage their what is this? Is she a trained professional? What do you mean they may stage nearby? No, they're not going to stage there. Well, okay, they might. I'm just looking at the way I'm looking at it. If I was a police officer, I'm not staging nearby. I mean, listen, I could be wrong here. I don't know, but that sounds weird.
It sounds like you're just staged nearby, waiting for the bad news to get back to you. You know?
Yeah, someone got shot.
Yeah.
Now what? Where are the social workers?
Yeah. No, the social workers got shot too.
Yeah. They're gonna have. They're gonna have to go into court.
Yeah.
Because if something goes down, shooting or I don't know what, those we call them social workers. I forget what they call them, community blah blah whatever. But they're gonna have to go into court for this. I mean, this might be a little bit too much for these guys. I know the police are trained when they go to police training. That's part of their training where they're
Yes. Yeah.
the court thing and whatnot. They're pretty good at that. I don't know about these community
servants or social workers, whatever we want to call them. Yeah, these new individuals that they've hired to
and they say
replace the police.
they say it's a pilot program. I mean,
Yeah.
We have been working on since I think August of 2020.
like I said, I have video of this sort of program already running in New York. I will be showing that. In fact, I might just show it now to show you how it's worked out. There.
Yep.
Watch this.
Well, this is what reimagining policing looks like.
A few inches later.
Bye, have a great time.
So what do you think about that, John?
You know what? It doesn't surprise me one bit, Jack. Basically, these kinds of things we've been seeing a lot. Just a couple days ago, it came out in the news. We heard about a young lady she was a high-ranking politician.
She
in
got
Minneapolis.
banged up pretty good.
She got banged up pretty good. I think it was a broken leg, and you can see the photo over here with the blood running down her face. I mean, we'll play a little bit of the clip here to see what happened. But basically, she was one of these woke Democratic politicians.
Defund the police, woman.
Yeah, defund the police, following along the lines of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So, yeah, it's a fun name to say for sure, but basically following along these lines of defund the police, we need to dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department, and now what? Let's take a look.
Of her calling for dismantling the police and defunding, like Oscar Lee Stewart Jr., who is also a father of children who died in a terrible arson fire. We're still waiting for charges to be filed. Where were her calls to think of his face? So when she says, remember my face, I'm sorry, but there's a whole lot of other faces that I think of when I think of the catastrophe that she helped create in her city.
Yeah, you know, part of what we're seeing is just the shock of what she is. And it takes a lot for somebody to break the bone in your leg. I mean, that's one of the biggest in your body. So I understand that she's having a shock reaction. What I think is really lost on a wider public, though, is that enough to move anything?
So, what do you think about what you just saw, John?
You know, it doesn't surprise me one bit, and she was one of these proponents of defund the police.
The Seattle police working to fill 375 positions. Chief Diaz says the department's been struggling with a staffing shortage that's taxing.
They don't have enough police in the police department.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Who wants to be a police when you can end up being charged and lose your job? It's too dangerous to be a police. And I think this is the way the actual what they call it? The Matrix as
the
the
New World Order, whatever
the New World Order wants this. They want the chaos. As far as they're concerned, they want the chaos. They want everything to go downhill, and then you know who the people are going to beg to come in and save the day? The same people who caused this. That's a conspiracy theory of the day.
How dare you?
Yeah. I mean, it does tie in a little bit with, I guess, the next video we're going to see an individual talking about these brazen thefts going on in some of these democratic cities and what's the final result going to be. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll get into it later. You'll see.
Problem is officers are working double shifts. They're working extra to try and make sure that they provide the best public safety.
Look, I'm sure this guy's doing the best he can do. And the problem isn't that they're working double shifts. The problem is that they cannot find people to work for them who don't want to lose their life or lose their reputation. That's the main problem. So you can stop talking about the problem is what that they're working double shifts. No, that's not the problem.
Mental health responders are uniquely trained.
I said what I said.
So apparently, Greg, the officers are uniquely trained, she said.
Yeah, that's what she said, uniquely trained. I'm curious to know what that breakdown would look like.
Yeah, I'd like to know just because you're going to listen carefully. Just because she said they were uniquely trained doesn't mean it's so. And the reporter did not use the follow-up question and ask, what's this unique training which the police don't get?
Yeah. I mean, if that brings up an interesting point, Jack. Right? I mean, like you say, if there's a unique training that they can give to these individuals, why can't they just train the police department, who's already getting funded from the taxpayers to begin with?
Exactly.
And we can just avoid this whole problem, right? I mean,
exactly, right? Of course, the reporter is clinically brain dead. Okay, maybe I went a bit too far.
All right, guys, so that's our video for today. Please let us know what you think below in the comments. What could happen with this pilot project? Will it be successful or will it fail? What do you think, Jack?
I'm going to give that an L and not a W. This thing is not going to work, and it's already been proven not to work. That is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up, John, and we will see you later.